Once you've logged into the social reach platform, come down to Marketing and then click on Ad Manager. As soon as you've connected your Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn in your Ad Manager, your page will look something like this. To create a sponsored Facebook advertising campaign, you would click on what type of advertising you're going to do. You can market to Google, Meta, and LinkedIn at this stage. We'll just do Meta for now. Click on Next. Now you have an option to start your advert from scratch, or you can use a pre-made template. For this exercise, we're going to start from scratch. Click Next and this will open up in the Ad Manager campaign. Here, you'll decide whether you're doing lead generation, website traffic, engagement, or sales. We'll just start off with lead generation for now. This section here, if you are one of these categories, you must click on these to say you're either employment, housing, financial services, politics, or online gambling. Otherwise, you'll click Not Applicable, and then you can move on to the next stage. Click on Ad Set 1. And here you'll name whatever you're calling your ad. You'll link up to whichever accounts you'd like to use. So you'll have Facebook, Instagram, and if it was Google or LinkedIn, you'd have those links here as well. With ad placement, most of the time you'd like to leave it on automatic. Or if you have something specific, such as you only want to promote a video, to get more coverage, you can untick what areas you don't want to market it to. Generally, it is always a good idea to let Facebook do their thing and keep it on recommended. For the budget section, you have two options. A daily budget, and that goes on until you turn the advert off. Or you can do a lifetime budget, which means you would spend a set amount over a date. Click on the calendar, whatever start date you want, hit confirm, and then you click on this calendar, which will be the end date that you want your ad to finish on, then click confirm. Add in how much you want to spend in that total lifetime amount or the daily amount. The geographical location depending on where you are. If it's Australia-wide, just leave it as Australia. If you want to narrow that down, remove the Australia and define your search a bit more. If it's Melbourne, Victoria, for example, once you click that, it'll have a radius. You can adjust the radius or you can have the city only. Just remember, the bigger your radius and the bigger your geographical location, the better your results will be because Facebook has more people to work with. If you were in a special category, you will need to keep this age range between 18 and 65, and you have to keep the gender at all. Otherwise, you can detail your targeting search, but remember, if you start detailing the search to specific demographics, Facebook will show those demographics only, which may limit your reach. So sometimes it's better to leave that blank while Facebook is going through its learning phase. And you can get the most bang for your buck. Languages? Just click on All English, and then you are ready to proceed to the next stage. Click on Add One. This is where you'd need to create a form for people to fill in when they're going to your advert. Name the form, whether you want the form for more volume or higher intent, and then create the form. You will need to go through each of these filling in the questions. Remember, you will need to map these fields later on. So if the questions are additional to these three, you will need to do some extra fields. There will be a separate video to explain this. Then add a link to your privacy policy, which will be on your website. Otherwise, use the Facebook default policy. Add some text to your link and the message you want to give to each of your leads. It's really just a matter of reading what's on the page and then creating your form and following the on-screen instructions. Once you've created your form, you would add your primary text that goes out. So you'll see it here. If we type here, that'll be the text at the top of your ad and what you want on the button here. And whether you want a carousel or single ad, click here to upload your advert, story, or reel. Once you've hit publish, it will take Facebook somewhere between half an hour to a couple of hours because it needs to go through its process and make sure everything meets with the Facebook standards and advertising criteria, and then it will come into your account and show as published. Once it's published, it's important not to change the form at all because every change you make means Facebook goes back to begin its learning phase. The learning phase can take anything from 2 weeks to 4 weeks to learn whom to put your advert in front of correctly. You can always see your statistics in this section here and can adjust the pricing. The best thing to do if you find it's not working, you can pause the ad and maybe set up another one with some slightly different variations to it. So generally, if you're not sure, it's always a good idea to not put all your budget in one ad. Separate your ad into 2, possibly 3 different ads to see which one's working the best, and then shut the others down and put all your money into the one that's working.